These are 10 habits that'll keep you poor. Some of these may be a no-brainer, but why aren't the vast majority of Americans practicing it? Change your mindset so you can change your life. Let's jump right in. It is crucial to keep extra money you receive from your bonus or from selling an item. You are not required to spend every penny that enters your bank account. Some money should be set aside for the future. The additional cash you save can go a long way towards replenishing your emergency fund. When that time comes, the money might be utilized to pay off debt, invest in something, or cover medical expenses. You are demonstrating one of the habits that keep you impoverished if you are not used to conserving additional money. This will may be no shocker to you, but you need to invest your money. If you want to be wealthy someday, you need to start investing now. One of the numerous money habits that keep you impoverished is failing to invest when you have an opportunity. Investing is the only method to multiply your money and turn it into an asset. Purchasing shares is a frequent approach to invest your money without risk, especially when you invest in a large, successful firm. However, before you invest anything, consult a professional. The market evolves, and you must know where and when to invest to maximize your return. Remember, the key here is to invest only what you can afford to lose. Number 3 is you need multiple sources of income. Surviving on a single source of money might be dangerous unless you are making twice the typical American salary. You should consider increasing your earnings by developing another source of revenue. Besides, covering your monthly bills should not be your main goal. You should think about preparing for retirement, taking advantage of investing opportunities, and dealing with emergencies. It may be difficult to save or invest if you have only one income. It is preferable if you anticipate having another source of income in order to prevent developing habits that make you poor. Next is living beyond your means. Living over your means is one of the money habits that keeps you poor. You are preparing yourself for financial disaster if you lose more money than you earn. What you don't have, you don't give. It is simple logic that if you make $10,000 per month, you cannot spend $15,000 on monthly costs. When you attempt to spend more than your financial capabilities, you will quickly find yourself in debt. This also applies that you would be living paycheck to paycheck with no emergency or retirement funds. Many folks are trying to get out of this difficult predicament. On the other hand, you should not spend more money than you earn. It is not a good idea to spend your whole salary before you receive your next. We have all heard this one before: budget, budget, budget. Failing to budget your income is one of the habits that keep you poor. Building a budget is essential to improve your finances and manage your money efficiently. You need a budget to avoid impulse buying, especially when you're not making enough money. A good budget would also help you track your expenses every month. You'll be able to determine how much money leaves your bank account as well as where the money goes. To avoid making one of these money habits that keep you poor, you need to start budgeting your hard-earned money ASAP. Next on the list is shopping or impulse buying as a form of therapy. Some people find stress relief through jogging, hiking, or indulging in any fundamental exercise. For others, however, it's a whole different story. They relieve tension by spending money in a store. Of course, it's quite strange, but some individuals do it. You must work hard on yourself if you ever want to find relief from shopping or spending money. Perhaps you should consult a financial expert to break this habit, as it is one of the habits that's keeping you poor. Depending on retail therapy will only ruin your finances and leave you bankrupt. How about spending on stuff that only makes you seem wealthy? Have you ever visited a friend's house who is overflowing with items? You have, of course. When someone purchases a large number of items and maintains them in their home, it gives the appearance that they are wealthy. For example, owning 2 automobiles, 2 boats, 2 bicycles, crowded furnishings, and decorations, and so on. If this habit is repeated frequently, it can persist for a long time. If you feel that buying a lot of stuff will make you appear wealthy, you are mistaken, because wealth is established solely by the quantity of cash owned, the rate of return on investment, and the number of assets recently acquired. Next, we looked at not having long-term goals. This may be more common among persons in their 20s. However, it is still prevalent among older people. Either there is no target at all, or the target is not quite on target, etc. If you don't have strong and clear financial goals, you'll be irresponsible with your money in the future. For example, you don't have a compelling reason to spend as needed, save more, invest more, and so on. Try to consider more clearly, such as wanting to retire at the age of 40 or 30, wanting to have a house in a prestigious neighborhood in 5 years, wanting to establish a large business in 10 years, and wanting to vacation abroad for a year. Number 8, working for your money and not having passive income. Most people are concerned about linear income that consists of salaries, allowances, and one-time payments. Wise men, on the other hand, concentrate on passive income such as royalties, interest rates, value addition, and profit. Relying on linear revenue is like fetching water from a river with buckets. You'll get too old and tired to transfer them back and forth over time, which means you'll have to starve for a long time as you don't get to the river. Relying on passive revenue, on the other hand, is akin to constructing a pipeline. It may take some effort at first, but over time, you will no longer need to travel to the river for water. The river will come to you. That's the most fundamental principle of economic growth that most people, including you, are unaware of. Finally, let's break apart from what we were raised to believe. Break the mold that was passed down from your ancestors. Everyone has to be told to go to school, get an education, work, and buy a home. We can all agree that school is extremely important. It gives you the knowledge to go out into the world and compete. Now that was great 40 years ago, but we live in an age of technology. We have everything at our fingertips. There are more and more millionaires than ever before. The time to become an entrepreneur has never been better. You can become a YouTuber, start an e-commerce business, or some online service. There are no excuses anymore, so what are you waiting for? That rounded out the top 10 bad habits that keep you poor. We post videos like this weekly. If you like the content, please be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and tap that notification bell so you're immediately notified